a man. You are a man. You are a man. All right. So that's what he was saying on the Shade Room. And of course, the Shade Room was being shady on social media, and we definitely had to talk about it. Okay. So Erica Banks, we got Erica Banks up here because last night she was tweeting talking about can we all be at peace. So because this was regarding, if you all remember, we're talking about Lotto and Nicki Minaj, and of course they have drove social media into frenzy because they both was battling out on social media. They both was just going at it with tweets over and over and over and everything like that. And Erica Banks, she decided to say, "Hey y'all, let's have peace." And I'm like, Erica, you the same woman that is masculine and can't keep a man. You hush and be silent and get in a corner and learn how to fry some chicken, and instead of eating chicken, maybe you can keep a man. I'm just not understanding that at all. I'm just really not. So you wrote some tweets and then you deleted it. Like, girl, come on now. I told you, get into the frenzy, make a diss record towards Nicki Minaj. You didn't want to do that. And you saw my my tweets and stuff like that. So I'm just telling you, you don't need to get involved. Let them girls fight. I want to see Lotto fight with Nicki. I want to see that because it is time, because I got so sick of tired of Nicki Minaj. And even Black T Blog, I think she blocked me last night on Twitter. I don't care. I'm going to always give my opinion. I don't care if you block me or not. I'm always going to give my opinion. Now, when it comes to this whole thing with Nicki Minaj and the Grammys, let me see the Grammys. Grammy committee picks. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find. So this is a lot of the people that's a part of the Recording Academy. As you can see, let me zoom that. I want y'all to see. Give me a second. Because I want y'all to see how the Grammy committee thing is, because Nicki is talking about the Grammys and she's getting upset and she was just roasting and gagging with Megan. And I'm trying to find the Grammy committee and stuff like that. Let me see. Grammy chief. That's the Grammy chief, which he's not a black man. And so I was trying to find a picture of the Grammys, but a lot of time it's a secret committee. And so I want to definitely see here really quickly inside the secret committees that quietly runs the Grammy Awards. The path to a Grammy has long been, even to the music industry, but since former Recording Academy CEO Deborah alleged rampant voter corruption, everybody been confused. Here's what insiders tell us about it. So, of course, you see an article on Rolling Stone. They lay out the whole vote, the process of the votes. And as you can see right here, let me hold on, give me a second. Cancel. Let you see here. She's getting upset and mad. Hold on, where are we at? This is the part that I want y'all to see. Give me a second. Thank you so very much for that super chat, mouth open. Love you and support you and thank you. So if you see right here inside the Grammys, right here, you see. Give me a second, you guys. Let me do something real quick. Okay. Okay, I had to blow my nose and I didn't even mute my mic. My bad. Okay, so you see right here, it says the rules are reviewed and updated. Entries are submitted across 84 categories. Screening committees, it goes, this is the whole thing where it have, and I don't know if y'all really can see it, but it is showing that, I'm going to read it to you out loud. Entries are submitted across 84 categories. Then it goes to screening committees, organize the series to appropriate fields. And then it's like a hierarchy of it. You have the craft committee determine final nominations. And then it goes to the members vote and the final ballot. I was trying to research a lot of this on social media and trying to find the pictures of these people. Now, most pictures that I was finding is white folks. And as you can remember, the CEO of one of the chiefs officer in the Grammys were quitted because it was so unfair. So when I'm saying here, and I say this humbly, I don't believe that, you know, Nicki should be coming at Lotto and addressing Lotto, because Lotto is not the problems. The problem, it is the white dominated Grammys and the white dominated members of the Recording Academy. It's not Lotto. Lotto is a small fry in this whole entire situation. Now, what could have happened is that she, you know, Lotto could have called Nicki and say, you know what, you know, I don't think this is right. She should have called privately and said, hey, let's have a press conference and let's go to Oprah Winfrey Show. And then once we leave Oprah Winfrey Show, let's go to the Wiley Show and let Wiley understand, because he has such a massive reach and he has such a massive audience and he's very funny. He could actually get us more pull and about this whole situation of unfair treatment about the Grammys. And so he can broadcast this to his international audience and people will love it, because he will give a great interview about this whole entire situation, because he did an amazing job, you know, interviewing Corey Hardrick neighbor. Of course, he would do an amazing job interviewing me, you, Nicki, and Lotto. So it could definitely happen. But so no, you know, Nicki didn't do that. What Nicki decided to do, she decided to go on Twitter and go on an entire rant. And I'm just not understanding that, because she didn't know how to do it appropriately. I just don't understand that. Give me a second. Okay. So then Nicki was like, she go on Instagram page, and it started on Thursday when Nicki posted a live stream capture Dear Grammys. In the video, she revealed her frustration that her single Super Freaky Girl has been moved out of rap category to pop, pointing out the rapper Lotto Big Energy had not. Now, what she should have disclosed in there with that head wrap that she had on her head, she should have said, you know what? Let me address the Grammy committee, the people with the power. Let me address the people with the power, not Lotto. You see that black, and you see all of them, the different committees and all that. Let me address them. Let me have my barbs go against them and let them have it. This is why I don't understand. Thank you so very much, Laser, for that super chat. She didn't do that. She went after her counterpart, and which she should have used the counterpart and said, hey, let's address the real people with the power. See, when I talk about, you know, these bloggers, and I talk about the mistreatment, and I talk about not getting invited to these parties, I always say it's because a lot of people is intimidated by me, because I call out very powerful people, and people is intimidated by my confidence. And so if Nicki would have called me, all you had to do was call me, Nicki. If Nicki Minaj would have called me, I would have schooled her on the proper etiquettes of how to get justice for people that have been mistreated, for people that have been robbed of an opportunity. But she did not call me. She could have picked up the phone and called Brother Wiley, and I would have told her, I said, sister, instead of dragging Lotto, let's drag these white executives of the Grammys. But she did not call me. And see, I was offended by that, because I saw her on Twitter and she was just really going at it and really trying to dog out Lotto. But let's continue this. Hold on one second. Okay. Then let's read this. And this was on BuzzFeed News, BuzzFeed.news. This is it. They said, just a reminder, excuse me, Grammy nominations aren't announced till November. But Lotto, a 23-year-old rapper from Ohio, had her first mainstream hit with 2021 Big Energy, including Minaj thinks she's in with a chance. On her Instagram live stream, Nicki Minaj said that she feels her songs and Lotto songs should be competing in the same genre based on their respective production. And that she felt that there was a larger industry movement against her. Right, but call out the names of the industry, Nicki. Let us know who is against you. Call them out by name with that head wrap on. Then they say moving the goalposts. This is a quote from Nicki. They stay moving the goalposts when it comes to me. Who is they? This is why you got to stop doing all that cocaine, Nicki. Because you're generalizing something. You said a whole lot of nothing. You say they. Somebody type in the chat, type in who is they. Type in the chat, who is they? Okay? She goes and said, Minaj and Asha, if you can't tell me by now, there is a concrete effort to give new artists things they don't deserve over artists who have been deserving for many years. Call these people by name. The criticism broke down into a public argument when Minaj later posted a text from Lotto on Twitter. I agree with you, however, because of where we left off, I don't think you need to bring my name and song up to prove your point. The now deleted screenshot read. Nicki Minaj added the comment, this Karen, which is disrespectful because Lotto was black, has probably mentioned my name in over 100 interviews, but today, Scratch Off decides to be silent rather to speak up for black women she called her biggest inspiration. That energy should have been towards the real Karen with the power and name them by name. Let's continue to read. Lotto has said repeatedly in interviews that Minaj is her idol and someone has always looked up to, and that she hopes to collaborate with her one day. After Minaj started targeting her on Thursday, let me tweet this to Lotto because y'all, my audience, y'all need to start tweeting this to Lotto. Let me tweet this to Lotto because I'm preaching right now. Share this live because let me make sure I send this to Lotto. Let me make sure I tweet this to Lotto. If we have about 5 good, strong producers, tweet this to Lotto. Give me a second while I tweet this to Lotto really quickly. I want to tag her on Twitter on this. Okay. All right. After Minaj started talking to her on Thursday, Lotto began replying on Twitter. First of all, I text you because I don't want to do the internet-ish with someone I looked up to. She said, I do agree, but the way you going about it seems malicious. I agree with Lotto on that. The way Nicki went about this was ghetto, ratchet, low budget. It was very malicious. And I agree with her on that point. And then Lotto wrote a tweet here. And the tweet she had, I ignored countless subtweets since March, and instead of addressing you in a DM, you're asking why I didn't speak up in your defense. It's the same answer I gave you when you asked why I didn't congratulate you. You're literally older than my mom, trying to be a bully. So you heard that tweet. Then it goes back to more past behind the scenes drama bubbled to the surface as Lotto began sharing how she felt mistreated by Minaj in the past. Then it said Lotto, whose given name is Alsa Michelle Steffens, I hope I said it right, posted some of Minaj's past tweets in which Minaj told her fans to stop posting a dud on her timeline and several others aimed at Lotto. With all this being said, this wasn't just about a Grammy category, Lotto 23 said. You literally told me I'm not flourishing. No one cares about my little song. LOL. Nicki Minaj. Lotto then posted a recording she made of the conversation. Okay?
I've done nothing to you. Yeah, you are.
Something that is clearly delusional.
It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing.
And then she went on the audio. You know, she was talking about that because Nicki Minaj was upset because Lotto pretty much said other girls are flourishing. And Nicki Minaj took offense to that. And the blogger, because you know Armand Wiggins, he did not want to give the credit of the blog that Lotto was on. It was Jason Lee's show. It was Jason Lee because Jason Lee actually interviewed Lotto, and that's when she said that other women are flourishing and there's other women out here with Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj took offense to that. It's definitely giving coke. She also shared, Lotto also shared a screenshot DM conversation in which she had confronted Minaj about the shade. I literally named you as my dream collab multiple times, multiple interviews. Like I told you, I look up to you, and you still never answer my question about where the random shade started to come from. So if you go on Lotto's Twitter and you see the DMs, It goes like this, and I read this last night. I'm going to read it again. Nicki Minaj, this is back in September 4th. So Lotto sent Nicki Minaj this. What's up? I showed you nothing but the utmost respect and genuine love as a fan, someone who looked up to you. Hate that you allowing people to convince you otherwise. You know what I meant. Nicki Minaj said, hey, before I respond to this, what is exactly are you talking about? Nicki Minaj trying to play stupid so that I can give you a clear response. I'm seeing this for the first time right now, by the way. You see this, you see Lotto responded and said, most recent, the interview you DM Holland Media on Twitter about in your tweets that follow. It's clear that they were about that, but I'm trying to figure out what happened, like what changed. I showed you too much genuine love. And then, of course, the message, and some of it is cut out, but I'm going to read it anyway. Nicki Minaj responded, you showed me too much genuine love for what? To get exempt from something? I could have said the same thing, but you or big front care. No. Okay, that was that. And then you showed me too much genuine love for what? That exempt for something. I can say the same thing, but you or Bigfoot, I'm sorry, care. She was dissing Megan Thee Stallion. No, it is clear it's about what? You're talking in circles. Say what you said. Here's an example. Nikki, when you said it's clear you weren't talking about me when I said, and that's how you have real talk. Let's start at what you said. I don't talk in circles. I don't get questioned. We see everything. Trust. It's clear as day. Did you think I got to where I am by not peeping everything? Do you think I don't know every release schedule at every record label? Do you think I don't know how many things move up in the list as soon as I say I'm about to do something? LOL. Well, if you like to actually talk, let me know. It would probably be better on the phone though, because I don't like back and forth texting. So many things can get give me a second, can get misconstrued. And I know people usually use text to spice their group chats. There's actually a lot I think you should know though. And then Lotto said this, yeah, I like to talk too, because you bringing up other people and release dates that don't got nothing to do with me or what I'm talking about. Yes, Lotto, you tell the truth there. Who's talking in circles? I referenced the tweets and my confusion where all this pressure is coming from. Again, I showed you nothing but love. I'm the one trying to have real talk, not indirect subtweet. Straighten up. I've ignored so much in hopes it wasn't what I thought it was from someone I look up to. Then Lotto, she gave Nicki Minaj her number. So that was that. So then let me scroll down. It quickly dissolved in a flurry of accusations that brought up several past controversies. Lotto hit out at Minaj for her marriage to Kenneth Petty, who is a convicted sex offender, while Minaj accused Lotto of using ghostwriters. And then this is what Lotto wrote to Nicki. Super freaky grandma is married related to fucking rapists. You ain't gonna bully me, bitch. My other turn rival. Now you hate it, Lotto wrote. Okay. Then Nicki Minaj said this, I never raped anyone. I inspired millions, and you one of them, bozo. Minaj responded in a later deleted tweet. All of this unfolding, fans quickly began reacting in real time, when many are criticizing Minaj 40 for fighting with Lotto, who is 17 years younger. Been literally arguing with people half your age for a month. Straight now, give it the fuck up, ma'am, said one. One viewer said this, Nicki Minaj is actually doing this to young girls, exactly what she accused Lil Kim of doing to her in in 07 and 08. Baby girl going outside. I agree with you on that. Barb's quickly came to Minaj's defense as well. Nicki can defend herself, another tweeted. I get it, but I'm so sick of her getting bullied and gaslit by the entire industry. Nobody ever coming to her defense. That shit is so weird to me. If you call her your sis, why you can't ever publicly defend her? And then a viewer said this, all because Nicki said Big Energy is a pop song that a lot of months ago started was a pop song. Others pointed out how confusing the entire situation have gotten, and it's escalated. All this to lose to Jack Harlow. Radio show host Scotty Beam tweeted. Okay. Grammy characterization has long been a point of dissatisfaction among many artists who make music in predominantly Black and Latina genres. In 2017, Drake publicly criticized the awarding for a hot line bling as best rap song, saying he felt it wasn't a rap song and should have competed in pop. And so again, when Drake said that, I didn't really see Drake going on a press conference and doing a tour and reaching out to the people in the Grammys, sending letters and starting a protest. He didn't do that. But let's continue reading. In 2020, Diddy called out the characterization issues at the pre-Grammy gala, saying, to be honest, Black music have never been respected by the Grammys. I didn't see Diddy going on a tour. I didn't see Diddy email the NAACP. I didn't see Diddy give a point of action. He just made a statement and kept it moving. This argument between Minaj and Lotto is the latest in a series of arguments between Minaj and other women in rap. Many figures, including City Girls, JT, Cardi B, Exilia Banks, as well as Minaj and Lotto, has been involved in social media attention for weeks, largely in a proxy battle between Nicki Minaj and other rappers over what being a woman in rap will look like. Many fans pointed out that the legacy of women rappers has often been fraught with fights and suspicions, with opportunities for solidarity been overshadowed by territorial marking. Now, this is what Lil Kim said back in the day. Let's play this. Yes, yes. Speak.
Yes, exactly right. You know what I mean? And so I'm not gonna play these games. I'm gonna get straight to the money. I'm not gonna sit there and let you spin people and spin around. Come on, everybody who is into hip hop, everybody know what it is. Let's just
Okay, so that was that, and that's what Lil Kim said back when they first was having their battle, saying Lil Kim became a related trending topic on Twitter, with many resharing an old interview in which Kim said Minaj wanted to be the only female out there. Some pointed out that many of Lil Kim's feelings towards Minaj were the same as Lotto. Friendly reminder, as a viewer has said. Lil Kim said all this would happen, and people laughed and called her jealous and everything else. The 2023 Grammy nominations were officially announced on November 15th. BuzzFeed News have reached out to Minaj and Lotto and Recording Academy for comment. And so another tweet that we want to read here, and I want to echo this. You owe Lil Kim the biggest apology ever because she warned everybody. That is the truth. That is facts at all. Okay? Oh, y'all didn't hear. I'm sorry. Y'all didn't hear that. Oh, well, I was nodding. Thank y'all so very much. So what I played was Lil Kim did an interview with the Breakfast Club, and she pretty much said that Nicki Minaj have been dissing her for a while, and everybody know it. In the Breakfast Club, I'm like, no, she haven't. And now people are saying, hey, now y'all really can believe what Lil Kim was saying about Nicki back in the day is actually the truth. Okay, so that was that. And who I think is wrong in this, Nicki is wrong. Nicki not using her power to get them support. Nicki is just a trash person because she just believe in beating up, the female rappers instead of not beating up the people with the power and the one that's making the decision. Lotto is not making this decision. The white folks are. And if she got to be willing to call them white folks out. If she's not going to do that, it ain't going to work. So now we're going to go on to our last topic here. It was a comment because last night we had the one and only Storm Monroe was on the show, and he came on the show, and he was addressing none other. I asked him a question about Sean Davy Way, a viewer. I don't know if this viewer is here or not. If you're in the bushes, come on down if you're here. But it was a viewer. Give me a second. Let me pull up what was said because it was a viewer. Give me a second. Because a viewer responded about this, and I want to read this comment. This is why it's important to read comments, because we got a new segment we doing on our show that we're going to pick a comment and dissect a viewer's comment in a video. So this comment came from the Slim Reaper. They said this, quote, See, y'all let Storm Monroe lie in your face about certain things, but people take his word like it's gospel. The real reason why him, Sean Davy Way, Sunny TV, Tiff West fell out was because of this situation. It all started when Sunny TV had the bikini bottom panel, and Amar Wiggins had appeared on his show, and after his appearance, her panel had filled out. In the midst of their fallout, Sunny TV took a lot of backlash from people based on how she handled herself on Jovi Beauty's channel the next day. When she have gone alive again, which is her, Sean Davy Wade, Tiff West, and Tiff West, they created a new panel called You Can't Sit With Us. On that panel, which took place around January of 2020, Sunny TV explained that she felt like Storm Monroe did not come out to defend her when she went through her controversy. On the same panel, she attacked Tasha K for stealing her idea about giving Storm Monroe a dating show after he reached 50,000 subscribers. Tasha asked to come on her live in a chat to address the situation, but Sunny TV refused to let Tasha come on. So instead, Tasha K sent her a text message exchange between her and Storm, discussing her not knowing about Sunny TV dating show idea before Tasha K announced it. Also, in the text message exchange, both of them called Sunny TV messy as well, and she was offended by it. So Sunny TV started to attack both of them on the live because of her hurt being insulted by them. In the process, she made accusations that Storm Monroe being gay because Son David Way and Tiff West did not dispute the accusations on her live. In his mind, they co-signed it. He blocked all of them because of it. Both Tiff West and Sean David Wade were shocked he blocked them on Instagram because in Tiff West's case, she was his moderator at the time. And Sean felt like he didn't say anything about his sexuality. He just smiled uncomfortably because of the accusations Sunny TV made about him on that live. So afterwards, that's what Sean David Way started beefing with Storm. Then a couple of months after that, he started beefing with Tasha K as well, based on the behind-the-scenes conversation on Mom Wiggins, among other things. So bottom line is, if Storm going to tell his story, tell the truth instead of lying in our face and playing with our intelligence. That is what a viewer had said about the situation of the fallout between Sean David Way and Storm Monroe, because I kept asking, what was the fallout? I kept asking what really happened. And so what we're going to do right now, I'm going to reach out to Sean David Way via Instagram, because I don't know if I'm following him or not. I don't know if I am, but I know I did tag him on Instagram or not, but I will send him a voice note. Here we go. Hey, Sean, this is Wiley from The Wiley Show. I want to know what actually happened between you and Storm, because one of my producers said that you fell out with Storm Monroe is because Storm blocked you on social media, on Instagram, after you were not defending him when Sunny TV were calling him gay. If you have a response, I'm live right now with 553 producers from around the world. So if you would like to give a statement, I would like to play it on the air right now. Thank you, and I wish you nothing but success. Okay, so we are definitely sent him a voice note. We don't know if he's going to respond, but we are definitely reached out to him for a comment. And so now we are definitely going to we are definitely going to see how the situation is going to end between Storm Monroe and Sean Davy Way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link, because we've been here for an hour, and this is the time. We're not doing any phone calls. We're not doing any phone calls. We're not doing any phone calls. We only doing StreamYard. We only doing StreamYard. We only doing StreamYard. We only doing StreamYard. All right. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Okay. All right. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. If you got something to say about any of the topics that we talked about, this is the time for you to respond. So that was a viewer, and that's what the viewer has said in the comments. And so, hey, I don't know all the details. That's what I asked Storm Monroe, the reason why y'all fell out. I wanted to know that. And so a viewer responded. So I don't know if the viewer are going to call in or not, but this is the time. Okay. All right. And so those are pretty much the topics that we had discussed. Oh, let me talk about Kanye West. So we ain't got no viewers here. Kanye West really want Kim Kardashian to be by his side to help him mentally to get support because mentally he's not doing the best. So he reached out to Kim Kardashian to help him. According to the what's going on, Kim Kardashian have ignored him. And I'm saying this, I want to definitely say this to the viewers about Kanye West. He needs to talk to his doctor and take it serious. Like you really need to go to your doctor, get yourself together because that's definitely need to happen. All right. You could definitely be anonymous, so don't start asking dumb questions because we do the stream y'all all the time. How you doing? Can you hear me? Hello, you there?
Hello?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking to you. You here?
Okay. Hey, Wiley. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a couple of things I want to say. The first thing that I want to say is about the Grammys. Nicki Minaj was 100% correct in what she was saying. Big Energy is no different from Super Freaky Girl. And the Grammys has a history of, doing this to her to keep her from getting a Grammy. Everybody knows that. And Nicki Minaj is not the only person that they did it to. Also, when Nicki Minaj made the reference, she didn't say Lotto name. She said the name of the song. She referenced Big Energy as an example, and she also referenced Drake's song Hotline Bling as well. To me, just looking on the outside, this shouldn't have sent Lotto into a frenzy. Uh, There was an issue, going on between Nikki and Lotto, and that's why it became an issue because the mere fact that Nikki would reference, these songs are by the same producers, Dr. Luke, that shouldn't have been a problem. So it went deeper than that. So once that actually happened, and then Lotto responded and they started going back and forth with each other, it was on a personal level. And to me, Lotto exposed herself because she showed who she really was by even arguing about this. You texted her that you agreed with her about Super Freaky Girl and Big Energy both being the same type of record, but you said you didn't want to say that publicly, which is a problem in itself. But that's your choice if you chose to do that. But the way you started talking about her, you attacked her age, calling her a 40-year-old woman. That was unnecessary. Every time someone gets into it with Nicki Minaj, they use a couple of things. They use her age, they use the fact that she doesn't have a Grammy or whatever as a dig towards her. But you're talking about a 40-year-old woman, and then you talked about a husband as a R. But you were asking for a feature from this 40-year-old woman that was married to this same man. You were begging in the DMs for a feature. Okay. Not only did you talk about this woman's husband, you did a record with Kodak Black. Didn't he go to jail for R-ing someone? And then we come to find out that your dad is 60 something years old and he got with your mother when your mother was a minor. So for you to bring this stuff up, it's just really crazy to me. And then this audio that you released on Nikki, what was that supposed to prove? Because what you said she said in the audio, she didn't say. You said that. You kept saying flourishing, and you were trying to bait her into that conversation about that, and it didn't work. She didn't indulge in that conversation. And so you got angry about that. And let me just say this to people. Just think about yourself when you're on your job. How would you feel if you were in your job and your company or your boss comes to you and tell you, well, we're going to have to let you go, but we're going to, need you to train the person that we're going to replace you with? Who's going to do that? I'm not going to train a person that's going to replace me. Also, this is a competition. We know what this industry is. So everybody wants a feature from this woman and they act like they love her. until they don't get the feature and then they hate her. I'm not trying to help somebody replace me. I don't owe a feature to anyone. If Nicki Minaj wants to give a person a feature, that's her call. If she doesn't want to give you a feature, that's her call as well. Why should you be getting mad because this woman won't give you a feature? She worked hard for everything that she has. These new girls, they want to come in this industry and they just want to get it just like the snap of their finger. They're all looking to get a feature from her to make them relevant. As to Nicki being jealous, what does she have to be jealous of? First of all, Nicki Minaj is at the top of her game, and you're trying to reach where she's already at. She already has number ones. She's already made her millions. You don't have millions. So why would she be jealous of you? You talk about she's 40 years old. You look like you're the same age as her. Why would she be jealous of you? That just makes no sense. If anyone sounds like they're jealous, it sounds like these ladies are jealous. They're jealous because they don't have the number ones. Their album is not selling. I mean, if I went down the list of all the reasons why Lotto had to be jealous of Nicki Minaj, the list would be long. Y'all, we have to use our intellect. Why would Nicki Minaj be jealous of Lotto? It sounds like Lotto was upset that she didn't get that feature from Nicki Minaj. And once she didn't get that feature, what she did was she set out to, I'm going to get her on this phone and I'm going to try to get me some dirt where I can use her. Because at the end of the day, all of these girls have one mission, is to end Nicki Minaj. That is the goal. However means it may take, they are trying to end her because in their eyes, they look at it like this. I can't be on top unless we end her. And that is the goal. And that's why all of these record labels are trying to recreate her. And it's not working. Lotto literally just released an album and she doesn't have one number one on the album. Not one. Big Energy is from 2 years ago. That's the only thing she's living off of. She's living off of a song from 2 years ago, has a new album, and not one hit on that album. Why would Nicki be jealous of her? Also, you guys, Cardi B does a hell of a lot worse things than what Nicki could ever do, and she gets a pass. This woman literally hires goons to beat up on women, but it's okay. Y'all's like, oh, she good. We love her. She argues on the internet with young kids all the time and rappers, but it's okay because it's Cardi. She can do it. But everything Nicki Minaj does, y'all criticize her for. Everything she does. And y'all need to be honest about that. It doesn't matter what this woman will do. It's always going to be somebody trying to criticize her because the goal is to end her. And they've gotten everybody on this little hate train that they trying to start back up again to end her because that's what they're doing. I just wish Nicki wouldn't give them fuel because she was 100% right in everything that she said about the Grammys. And she didn't attack Lotto until Lotto responded. She did issue a statement of her response to the Grammys. She has called out who at the Grammys are trying to keep her from getting a Grammy. She's done all of that. She mentioned Big Energy. She mentioned the song. She didn't say Lotto name. She said the song. But a hit dog will holler. And that's what Lotto did. She hollered. Lotto even acknowledged that the songs are the same. They're both done by Dr. Luke. These are both Dr. Luke songs. They're both pop rap songs. Neither one of them should be in pop. They should both be in rap because they are a rap song. At the end of the day, every verse on Nicki Minaj's Super Freaky Girl is a rap. There's no singing of her singing at all. It is rap. They just do not want to give this woman a Grammy. And they should just really just issue her a letter saying, we're not going to give you a Grammy. Because if they did that, then she would know not to even submit her music. If they just would put it out to the public, we're never going to give her a Grammy. Lotto did this to herself, and the audio made Lotto look bad because Nicki didn't say any of the things that Lotto said. Lotto tried to bait her, and she just looks like an opportunist. That's what she looks like. And that's all I have to say. Thank you, Wiley, so much.
Thank you so very much, but I definitely disagree. I feel like Nicki Minaj should definitely be addressing the Grammy board by name and naming the committee. I feel like it's very low budget, trashy, food stamp worthy of Nicki Minaj to address Lotto. Lotto is not the problem. The problem is the system. The system is the CEO of Grammys. The system is the people that's on the committee of the Grammys. They need to be exposed. They need to be blasted on social media, not her going back and forth with Lotto. If she the queen, which that is debatable because Cardi B got more, just broke a record with more platinum records with her song "I Like It Like That." Just broke Nicki Minaj's record on that. She need to focus on her career and not be worried about other female rappers, because what it looks like to me and to other women out there, it looks like she's a little bit upset that it's more women in this circle, that she's not the only one, and she's sad and so depressed that every female, mostly every female out here got a Grammy and she don't have one. But what I'm saying is, in order for her to get a Grammy, she got to play game. Nicki Minaj was not playing game at one point. She was not that likable in the industry, and we will see how this is going to play out. Of course, they're going to announce the nominations of the Grammys in November, so we will see. I just feel like if Nicki Minaj feel like it's mistreatment, like she quoted in her tweet, what if you had a job and you feel like you're being sabotaged? You need to call out the Grammy board. Call
And
out.
she's done that.
And
She's
I
done
said
that,
she needs to
Wiley.
call me by name. She needs to post their picture. She have not done that.
Yes, she has.
She have not done.
Yes, she has.
She have not done a press tour. She have not done a
No,
press.
she hasn't done a press tour.
She have not went on CNN. That's what I'm talking about. She have power and she should do that. And she
I don't think personally she needs to do that. I disagree on that.
She should absolutely. What Monique did was most people need to take notes on what Monique did. She was discriminated at the Grammy. I mean, at the Netflix. She called for a boycott. She sued the Netflix for discrimination and racial bias, and she got a settlement from.
But that's different. That's different. She got a special. She doesn't work for the Grammys.
What Nicki? What again?
Nicki doesn't work for the Grammys.
Again, she doesn't. And Monique did not work for the Grammys.
And that's something. Yeah, but that was a job she was trying to get. Wiley.
But
those
again,
are two different things.
Minaj says she have a job in the system. It's the same thing, and she
it's not
she's being mistreated. She should bring the Grammys to the court and say this is mistreatment here. She need to be rallying behind the lawmakers and say maybe you need to be a law on
she doesn't work for the Grammys. That's not a job.
What I'm saying is she's an artist and she said to our audience that this is her job. So if you're saying that this is your job, that is the way that she should handle this, by going to the media, by doing a press conference, by doing the Wiley Show, and doing all here. No, I'm not misunderstanding with it. I just disagree with what she said. It's a bunch of
and that's fine if you disagree, but I don't think you understood.
I understood exactly what she was saying. Just like when Lil Kim said many years ago, and many people called her old and bitter. They said that Lil Kim said that Nicki wanted to be the only one. And many people, you're just jealous. And now we're yet dealing with Lotto. This have happened with Cardi. This has happened with
Wait a minute. Let me ask you something though.
Coi Leray. This have happened with so many other female rappers. Nicki Minaj do not want to share the space with other women. And it's pathetic of her.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on one second. Let me finish this. It's going to be more women that's going to occupy this space. You're not going to be the only one. One more, you're going to be 40. In the next 10 years, you're going to be 50. Honey, sit down, raise your baby, and get off that cocaine. Because what I think it's a drug addiction is the reason why she's going on these manic rants.
Wow, Riley. Now she's on drugs. Wow, that's a bit much. Let me ask you this question, though. As an artist, this is a competitive sport. What artist do you know wants to share the stage? None of them do. None of them want to.
Do they echo that? What Nicki Minaj have done have attack. I've never seen
Who
Beyonce.
has she been attacking?
I've never seen Beyonce.
Oh my.
She called Megan Thee Stallion drop a tear because she was mad at Megan Thee Stallion was crying. She called Megan Thee Stallion Bigfoot. She said all this stuff, and then she does a lot of subtweeting because she don't understand. She's upset that it's other women out here
Everybody is different.
that's occupying this space.
Everyone is different.
Nicki Minaj is old and bitter, and she needs to get ready for her retirement, and maybe she needs to focus on her radio show because that is just trash. How you leave a good production with cameras and mic systems, and you go and downgrade it and do the show on your phone. So this is what we're saying here. Nicki Minaj could be doing other things other than arguing.
Well, this is the last thing I want to say.
10 years younger than you, you're arguing with a young woman. Like, I'm just not understanding that.
This is the last thing I want to say. If you guys, this is for all these rap girls out there. If you girls are that girl, you're that B, you're that rapper, you're the best at what you do. You feel like Nicki is trash, she's nothing, she's jealous of you, then move her. Get out there, put your music out, and dominate and move her. The problem is these girls cannot outdo her. That's the problem. That's why all this jealousy and this bickering is coming up, because they cannot remove the queen. They need the queen to go by herself and just go sit down, because they can't make her leave this industry because she's still dominating. This woman left the industry for what, a couple of years, and came back and still is on top. And they're mad because they need this feature to help them get to where she is. But when she came in the industry, she wasn't begging for features, but they're begging for features. She's all these things that you say they are, but these same chicks you talking about are out here begging her for features. She's not begging them, they're begging her. Anyway, take some more calls. I want to hear what other people have to say. Bye.
All right, thank you so very much. And what I'm saying is, a lot of them not begging. I feel like Nicki Minaj is bitter, and she needs to get it together. That's what I'm saying. And Cardi B have dethroned her as the queen. All right, we got Tommy. Tommy, can you unmute your mic? You're live.
So Cardi is the queen, but yet she can't sell a simple venue. She can't sell out festivals. Her singles be flopping left and right, but she's the queen. Nicki is the queen on pure sales, on streaming, on concerts. She sold out 2 world tours, but yet somehow Cardi is the queen. That's my problem. You guys only like your faves because y'all hate Nicki, and it shows because y'all don't buy your faves music. They be flopping left and right. Megan Thee Stallion's album flopped, and she's broke right now, and that's why she got her house robbed, because she couldn't afford security. So let's not play games. Y'all are so messy. Y'all saying that Nicki should just be obligated to do all these features for these girls when they don't deserve it. What does Nicki have to be jealous of Lotto of? When has this girl written a hit? When have we heard a hit from this girl? Big Energy, a song from 2 years ago? And let me say this. The Grammys, the special committee is full of the J community. I don't want to get you in trouble, so we'll just leave it at that. But we all know what happened when Nick Cannon mentioned the J community, and look what happened. He got his own show taken away from him. So let's not act like they don't have any power in this Hollywood, in this music industry. They have power everywhere. And you want Nicki to go and face them alone?
For me personally, I want to say this: Nicki have all this clout. She should be using that energy to address the Grammy committee and do a press tour. She have not done that, and when she's getting angry at Lotto, making it seem like Lotto was the one that why her record got bumped in pop. And when I listen to Freaky Girl, it does sound like a pop record.
Okay, and so does Lotto's, but hers is in the rap category.
Again, whose fault is that? Is it Lotto fault or the Grammy committee fault? Is it Lotto
But
or the
it
Grammy?
is the Grammys. But why? But
Who
but
fault is that?
so mention. Hold on. Let me say this. So mentioning Lotto's Big Energy song as an example is blaming Lotto because she mentioned Drake's song too. So how is she blaming her?
All right, we would definitely see how this operate. I want to read what one of my moderators wrote on here. They said, "I don't care what anyone said. This was Kim 10 years ago when Nicki came out. Times have changed. Now it's Nicki's turn. Nicki needs to let go, move on, and do other things." I agree with that because Nicki did not handle the situation when Kim right, and now she's going through the same situation.
But Kim isn't popping out here. Her album only sold 5,000 copies in its whole lifetime. So what? There's no comparison here because Nicki just got a number one. So what? Where's the comparison? One's flopping and the other one isn't.
And Nicki Minaj, if you have all that like you claim that she have, Nicki Minaj shouldn't be worried about Lotto.
So mentioning Lotto's song is worrying about her.
Absolutely.
How so?
Because this wasn't about Lotto. This was about the Grammys. Why haven't Nicki post pictures of the Grammy board and went on the Wiley Show to talk about it?
But Wiley, you're acting as if this Grammy board, this whole committee, has taken people down. You're acting as if one man, Ken Ehrlich, has taken down Nicki. One man, and he's not even part of that committee. He blackballed Nicki from radio, and he was only a producer. So why would Nicki go after a whole committee?
Because she should. She the queen, right? And she's powerful, right? Do it.
Okay. But anyway, let me get on Sean David Way and Storm. Listen, I believe that Storm, I think this whole interview backfired on him. I think that he egged Kiki to go on these other on all these other platforms to juice up the interview with Storm, because it makes sense to me of why she wasn't revealing like key details and not giving enough specifics and refusing to label anything, because Storm said that there was additional information in his interview, right? So I think that it was just all a plot and it backfired on him. And I think he's afraid of that lawsuit.
I think that he should release the interview because a lot of people still want to see it. And I know he was very upset about the response because he would have accumulated, I think, a rumor. Someone said he would have made $10,000 off the interview with Kiki. And he was upset that especially Sean David Way, did the interview and got a lot of views. And a lot of people were requesting refunds, and he decided to refund them their money. So we're definitely going to see how this is definitely going to continue to play out. But it's something. And Sean David Way is almost at 90,000 subscribers. So when he came out, Storm felt like, if I put this out, that will give Sean David Way and Wiley and them some clout. That's what I think in his mind happened. I know he said it didn't happen that way, but that's what I thought it happened. And then a lot of the members was like, hey, well, we might as well get a refund because what she showed on the Wiley Show ain't no tea. It ain't really good. So I just think, okay, let me go on and refund the money, because if he would have, released this on social media, it would have gotten, Wiley more views. I would have accumulated up to 30,000 views. Sean David Way would have accumulated up to more views and more subscribers because people would have been hungry to go to these other channels, but he didn't do that. And so, yeah.
Right. Do you think the lawsuit is going to go through?
No lawsuit. I haven't received any paperwork for any lawsuit.
Okay, I'm with you. Make your money. If you get a lawsuit, you better be making a bunch of clickbait videos and getting your coins, Wiley.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank y'all so very much. So thank y'all for the support. Do you feel that Nicki's husband has affected her music sales? I believe that it kind of tarnished, not musically. I feel like it tarnished, Nicki Minaj standing in the industry because now people can use that as a read, and plus her brother, and plus that. So we are definitely happy we're going on. We got another caller here. Right. Hi, Mouth Open. How you doing? Mouth Open? You there? Hello?
Hey, Wiley.
Yes. Hi.
How are you?
Doing good.
I can't hear you. I
Go
don't
ahead.
know what
Go.
I'm supposed to do to turn the volume up.
Just say hello. Talk. Say, do your comment. Say your comment.
Huh?
Just go ahead with your comment.
What you said to do?
Just tell me what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to hear you because I can't hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
So, um, I think people just need to go with the flow. Times have changed. Times have changed. Uh, First it was Kim, then came Nicki. There was nobody after Nicki. And Nikki had her run. Nikki was there. Now the industry is pushing out all these new girls. They come out, they go get their body done, get their teeth done. They have a few hits. Look, even Cardi. I don't think Cardi is gonna have another album or go on tour or whatever because Cardi came out. She was hot, and then I mean, she's doing whatever she's doing now. Like Nikki, this is a different generation. Times are different. These industry people, and when I say industry people, I'm talking about the higher ups who is running this music industry. They don't care about any of these artists. They care about making their money, right? And everything is moving fast now. It's not like back in the day when you didn't have the internet and you didn't have all these different streaming services and all this stuff. People are hot. They somebody come out, they hot, they're the new wave, everybody's going crazy about them, and then it die down and they move on to the next. So I don't quite understand why people is like it's like deja vu. Listening to people go on about Nikki and this and that, and the people who hating on Nikki, the people who love Nikki, it was the same situation with Kim. Like Kim was wanting her respect from Nikki. They was calling Kim washed up, blah blah blah. Or you all sit down, all this stuff, and here comes it's Nikki turn now. Times have changed. People just need to get with the time. Soon it's gonna be whoever is hot now, whoever the girls that is hot now, soon it's gonna pass and it's gonna be somebody else again. And it's Nikki had a good run because now with these times, it's not gonna be the same. Like no girl, no rap girl that come out right now is gonna have the same run that Nikki had because everything is moving fast, everything is quick. So people just need to get with it. Nikki should, like you said, focus on her radio show, do her thing. She have like a Fendi. She's doing something with Fendi. Do those things. Like look at that's why I will forever love Rihanna. Look what Rihanna did with her career. Rihanna did not just stick to music. And if Nikki have all these supporters and all these people that love her, then do other stuff. You have your Barbie thing. She should have, or I don't even know, but she should have like wigs. She should be doing the clothes. Like there is so much other things for her to do than fight with these little girls over some position. And she's not going after the Grammys because she's not going after the Jays. When I say Jays, you know who I'm talking about. Those people who, if you talk about them, they come after you and they destroy you. So she can't really go after them. So just do your own thing. Look what Rihanna did with her career. This is Nikki's turn to do her own thing and leave them little girls because they're not gonna go anywhere far. They're not gonna have the run that you had. You was on top for 10 years. These girls are not gonna have no longevity for 10 years. Their song come out, it's hot, it goes number one and then it fall off. or it goes to wherever and it fall off and we don't hear, like, I don't even know these songs. None of them. Most of the music I listen to is old music because you could enjoy that. You listen to it, they're memorable. Like these girls with these little choruses that they hot for a minute and then it's over. So why is she fighting with these little girls?
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in. There you go. Let me
I
see.
can't hear anything you're saying.
All right.
I
Say,
don't know what's wrong with my phone, but
okay,
I
thank
hope you heard me.
all right,
And
thank you.
that's all I had to say. Love you.
All right, bye-bye. Okay. Let's bring we got somebody on here. Give me a second. All right. Talking, you there?
Yes, I just called back to say this. That lady that just got off the phone, she was right. She really was right. That's what I do. I listen to old music because this new stuff is trash anyway. And she's right also. It was another person that mentioned about the Jays. The people that run the music industry, they are the Jays. So this whole concept, Wiley, that you're talking about going on CNN and all that, no, dude, you can't do that. Not when you're dealing with these people. You just can't do that. You have to just leave it alone because these
What
people
don't but
run.
don't well, if you say leave it alone, don't complain about it. Why
Well,
complain?
you know what? You know what she's doing. What I think she's doing is, I'm sure in your life you've had something that was so frustrating to you that you knew you couldn't change. You know, and so you do what you can do. You speak in the arena or area or to people who you can speak to because you know you can't really do anything about it. That happens to people every day at jobs. So you have to think, because I know myself, I've been in a job like that before where I knew if I said something, it wasn't going to make things better. It was going to make things worse. So I just left it alone. And what I did was I just waited till I got myself in a position where I could just leave that place and go somewhere else.
All
And
right.
so that's what I did. But we have to look at it like this. This is her craft. This is her career. She's been doing this for years. She loves her music. She just doesn't want to walk away from music like that. And I think it's unfair for people to tell her to just to walk away. Who does that? Tell people to, oh, just walk away from your job and it's something that you love doing. That's not right. But I do agree with the lady that I think she just needs to accept the fact that this new industry, it is what it is. It's about money at the end of the day, and we have to recognize also that Nicki Minaj is not in one of those 360 deals, that they're not going to make money off of her. So she's not a priority for them anyway,
Okay.
because they can't make money off of her like they can make off of a Lotto and these other girls. And to the one person, I saw somebody in the chat say that Nikki shouldn't have mentioned Lotto's name. Why can't um Nikki mention Lotto's name or mention that song? Lotto has been doing interviews where she's been mentioning Nicki Minaj's name. So why is it okay for Lotto to bring up Nicki's name, but Nikki can't bring up her name or whatever? And then you can't tell me when from now on, don't bring up my name and I don't bring your name after you've been using my name. No, you just not gonna tell me that
Okay.
I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
It don't work like that.
Well, thank you so very much for calling back in. I'm gonna go to the last caller here because
Thank you.
we
Bye bye.
do. Thank you so very much. We do want to make this video at least 2 hours. Okay. Here you go. You're live. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so where you want to go with the situation so I can explain it to your audience?
Go ahead, explain it.
Okay. So did you touch on anything with the Sean David Way and Stormy Rose situation?
We did. You could talk about that.
Okay. The real reason that Sean David Way do not like Stormy Rose and the reason why he dragged him and among other things, it started with back when what's the girl name? Sunday TV had her bikini bottom panel, and how the panel was formed was when Amon Wiggins made the OG monkey comment with and how that controversy came about. That's how the panel got together. And so when the panel got together, it was Sean David Way, Firefly, you know what I'm saying, Danny Biker Chick, Juicy Reviews, and Sunny TV. They used to come together often to like their goal was to get Amon Wiggins to respond to them and have a conversation with them about the OG monkey comment. So in the midst of that, Storm everybody used to appear on the show, Nick and Knight, all the other content creators. And at one point Storm Monroe appeared on, saying the bikini bottom panel and with Nick and Knight on the same live one day. And I gotta touch on something else to come back to this and everything will make sense when I wrap this all up. So when Nick and Knight one day said the reason why Tasha K was mad with her because she was hanging out with daytime, tea time, and that caused a controversy. If that was the case, if you go back 9 months prior to the controversy with Nika Knight and Tasha K, she was hanging out with Lovely T at the BET red carpet. So that could be the case where Tasha K all of a sudden tried to use Storm to get with Nika Knight so they could have a plot against Nick at Night. That wasn't true because we got to come back to the bikini bottom panel was Nick at Night and Storm Monroe was on the bikini bottom panel, and that when Storm Monroe first mentioned to Nick at Night that he had a crush on her, and that was around November of the time when they had the bikini bottom panel. Well, anyway, they had the bikini bottom panel until Sean David Wade, Sunny TV, 5 Juicy Reviews, and David Biker Chief finally got Amon Wiggins to come on there live while they was live. So when Amon Wiggins come on there live while they was live, Amon Wiggins said hello to all the panels except for Firefly. He like kind of distant said, "Hey, the lady in the yellow, I don't like you." So they had a little argument, and then Amon Wiggins had just left and got off, got off the live. And so when he got off the live for a second, 5 was like arguing with, Sun TV and Sean David Wade saying, hey, y'all turned into fanboys when he came on the live. But when he, before he came on the live, y'all was, criticizing him. So they had an argument for a second. Then when Amon came back on the live, saying, Sun TV tried to like get him to apologize to Five for like dissing her, and he refused. And one thing about Amon Wiggins, if you try to corner him and back him into a corner, he going to be more defensive and more prideful than if you was to just approach him with a more delicate and grace when it comes to whatever issue you have for him. So anyway, so he came back on live. He wouldn't apologize. And then he left the live again. Then Five and Sean Dayway and San TV were arguing because, she felt like Five in her situation felt like they turned their back on her and allowed, Amon Wiggins to disrespect her and, saying nobody stood up for her. So Sun TV freaked out. The live got cut prematurely. She reached out to Jovi Beauty the next day behind the scenes and asked her, hey, can you get me on get me on your live and we could explain the situation because I'm going through a controversy right now. So Jovi Beauty agreed because in Sun TV mind at the time, she felt like Jovi Beauty was unbiased. And so when she had her live and had, at this point they kicked, saying Five out of the bikini bottom panel. It was at this point it was Sunny TV, Sean David Way, Joseph Reviews, Daddy Biker Chip, and Five was in the chat arguing with them while they was on live where Sun TV was doing most of the talking, explaining why she felt the way she felt and why everything fell out the way they did, and in the midst of this, they saying of course they argued back and forth between each other in the chat. Sean David Wade would say something here and there, And like I said, but he wasn't Sean David Wade yet. He didn't even start his platform yet. And so, but the juicy reviews and that the biker chick didn't say anything. And so anyway, they had that live. People was causing controversy with Sunny TV, basically was blaming her and feeling like she was unprofessional, blah blah blah, the way she handling herself. And so after say Jovi Beauty had her live, and they all went on and they all had their say on the situation. It was more controversial with Sunny TV, saying how she was being portrayed by people the way she was handling herself and how she was moderating the panel and everything. In the midst of that, this was Storm Rowe come back in the situation is she felt like Storm Rowe didn't defend her. And so in the midst of all of this, so now she mad at Storm Rowe, and in a way she was mad at Tasha K. And so in the midst of this, she dropped juicy reviews and dated Baki chick from the panel as well because she felt like, hey, while I had this controversy with, while I was trying to explain myself on Jovi Beauty, y'all didn't say anything, y'all didn't speak up. So now when they go live again, this is around January of 2020, they have this new panel called the You Can't Sit With Us panel, where it's Sean David Way, Tiff West, Sudden TV. Now it's a new panel called You Can't Sit With Us. And so on their first live, Sunny TV basically at the beginning of the live was like, Stormy Rowe didn't defend me, Stormy Rowe didn't have my back. I ain't here for Tasha K. She ain't defend me, blah, blah, blah. Then she turned the live on Tasha K and said, well, why did Tasha K took my, I guess, Storm dating show idea? And so I guess there's Sun TV kind of mentioned she was gonna have a dating show idea for Storm Rowe after he reached 50K. And then for what reason, like maybe a day or two before she went the Sit With Us panel went live, Tasha K had mentioned about the dating show idea, but she said she didn't know that Sun TV had the same idea. So anyway, Tasha K was in the chat. Tasha K asked, hey, can I come on the live to explain myself? I didn't know that you had the same idea as me. At this time, Sun TV was shaking up about saying, well, Ahmad Wiggins came on live. She felt like he dominated the platform, and that's why everything went awry. So she was like, no, you can't come on live. Sean that way, like, well, let her come on live. Let her explain herself. Cause at this time, he was pro Tasha K. He was like a wino at this point. And, she was like, no, I don't want to come on live, blah, blah. So, of course, Tasha K was like, well, if you don't want me to come on live, I will send the text message exchange between me and Storm Rowe to your, I guess, Instagram inbox. So Tasha K did that, left the chat. Sun TVC, the text message in the inbox, and she read it on live in front of everybody. And Tasha K basically was saying, hey, Storm, why she said I took her idea? I didn't know anything about her idea. And so Storm was like, I don't know why she said that, but she is messy. And that's when Tasha K was like, yeah, she is messy because she was a person. This is Sun TV they talking about at this time. Sun TV 2 years prior before she rebranded herself, and she rebranded herself quite a bit. Before this situation and after the situation, she kept rebranding herself. She had a beef with a girl on YouTube. I forgot her name, but a beef was like 2 years prior. And it got ugly. And so Tasha K mentioned that situation. She knew about it. And so, of course, Sun TV read this text message out loud. So now she's offended. And so now she's offended. So now she's like, Tasha, how can you call me messing when you got cases going on? And she'll talk about the Cardi B case. That meant because Cardi B had sued Tasha K, and the Tasha K got served, like I want to say March of that year of 2019. And so this now is January 2020 at this point. So she's like, Tasha K, you got cases. And she's like, Storm Rowe, how you gonna say I'm messing when you might be gay? I think you're gay. And so like when she said that, Sean David Wade didn't say anything, but he smiled. But it wasn't a smile like, you know what I'm saying, like a smile like a ha ha, it's funny smile or a cynical smile or even like a romantic smile. It was more of an uncomfortable smile because him and Storm Monroe at this point behind the scenes and stuff was cool. They used to have conversations, and he was just starting his platform at the time. So Storm Monroe used to come over there and show love and stuff like that. And at that point, Tiff West didn't say anything either because at this point she was Storm Monroe's moderator. And so anyway, that situation came about. So, you know, Sun TV at this point, she's mad. Now she criticized Tasca and she criticized Storm. So I guess Storm got wind of what was said on the live or what was not. And so the next day he blocked Sean David Way, Sunny TV, and Tiff West because of, you know, what was said by his sexuality or what was not. So when people say, well, I heard in the past where people say, well, Storm Monroe's sexuality didn't get questioned until Ahmad Wiggins criticized him and addressed him. No, his sexuality was getting questioned like ever since probably mid to late 2019. It just wasn't as loud until Ahmad Wiggins did it. So anyway, so after that, you know, so they went live the next night or the night after when Storm Monroe blocked on them. And so they spoke about the situation about why they got blocked. And I remember Sean David Wade was like offended, hurt that, you know, this man blocked me. I thought, well, cool. I thought, you know what I'm saying, we had a, you know, a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Well, I thought we were cool. And he's lying too. He could say all day that that wasn't the case, but that was true. And so then Sean David Wade like, I didn't never say he was gay. The man said he's straight, so I would never say he's gay if otherwise. I mean, I'm gonna take him at his word. That was his exact words when he said that. And so Tiff West ain't say much of nothing about the situation. She was like, well, I don't know why he blocked me, but you know, I was his moderator and I felt offended, blah 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 blah. So at this point, after that, that's when Sean David started really working on his channel, doing his stuff solo, and then he started criticizing Storm Monroe. And he did that for a couple of months, and then in the midst of that, I believe he started criticizing Storm Monroe after he was blocked. And you know, I believe, I can't prove it, but I believe behind the scenes, Armand Wick was also in his ear, telling him to criticize Storm Monroe at this time. And so then she was and then he went to, I want to say, San Diego to visit Sunday TV, and then Sunday TV they hung out. You know, that when she just had a baby at the time. In the midst of that, he was, you know, going live from his YouTube channel with Sunday TV, and I guess he left the live open. So he was just about to get 1,000 subscribers. So she started deleting videos to get those subscribers down, or get those subscribers down, to get those videos down, not to take them videos off, and to get the subscriber count down, so he can't get the 1,000K. For what reason she didn't want him to get 1,000K for you know, monetization. That's when her and Sean David Wade fell out. And so that pretty much was the end of that. And then after, as like I said again, Sean David Wade was still starting his challenge. Now he turned on her and started criticizing her, and he criticized, you know, Storm Monroe, blah blah. And then in the midst of that, he started criticizing Tasha K. But again, it goes back to, I think Sean David Wade had Ahmad Wiggle was whispering in Sean David Wade's ears like, hey, you need to criticize Tasha K too. That's how you could grow your channel, because there was enough Tasha K detractors to make him, to help his channel grow. So that's when he started criticizing Tasha K quite a bit. And that was the evolution of Sean David Wade.
All right. Thank you so very much for giving us that exclusive there about why Sean and them fell away. I want to definitely say perfectly when, and I say this humbly, you know, when YouTubers fall out, it doesn't end great. It always ends one YouTuber going on YouTube and talking about the situation and dragging the situation. That's how that goes. But you, Brother Duval, been there from the beginning, and you gave your statement. Of course, Sean David Way, we reached out to Sean David Way for a statement. He have not responded. Of course, Storm responded, and he said that's not the reason why he blocked Sean David Way. What did you respond to that?
I mean, he can say what he want to say, but like I said, I was there, and like I said, if I could recollect all these dates and situations, why I have a reason to lie. But like I said again, that's his truth. If he wants to stick to that, that's fine. But like I said, I was there when it happened. Like I said, I used to watch them all. And so I knew when they went live about the situation, and that's how they felt about it. 'Cause even around that time, if Storm would want to be honest, he had also blocked what's the woman name? Mod Radio. Because that's when the beginning of Mod Radio and Tasha K beef. And he didn't want to get in the middle of that, and Mod Radio tried to get him in the middle of that situation, and so he blocked her as well around the same time. So like I said again, that's his truth. I'm not gonna argue with him because you know what I'm saying that's how he feels. He have a different version, but like I said, I was there, and like I said, I kept up with everything, and that's why I got to speak about it from a perspective and put all the information with the situation. But like I said again, I'm not gonna argue with a grown man. That's if he feel like he have his truth, then he could come up here and tell his truth. But that's the version why I feel like why they fell out.
All right. Well, a lot of people are saying Duval is definitely doing a great job. Duval is definitely giving a T. A lot of viewers are saying that you are an amazing guest. Storm responded with this comment, said Mob Radio was a totally different situation.
If you get my radio on the platform one day, she'll tell you the same thing. That in her version, she feel like that's the reason why they fell out because he blocked her on Instagram as well. Like I said, he didn't want to get into the controversy between my radio and Tasha K at the time, and so he blocked her as well. And she felt the way, and they haven't been dealing with each other since. Again, not gonna argue with this grown man. You know what I'm saying? If he feels differently, that's on him. But like I said, I don't have no reason to skip facts. I broke down the situation the best way that I recollect on the situation. You can either believe me or you don't. But at the same time, I just told my truth.
Another comment is definitely in the chat. One comment said Duval definitely have a great radio voice. So have you ever done radio before, Duval?
I work in radio. And so,
Okay.
like I said again, like I told you before, I graduated with a master's degree and my job is in radio currently.
Okay. Because they're definitely saying that you are an amazing talent. We're seeing that in the comments. So we greatly appreciate it that you was giving us the tea on the fallout of Storm Monroe and Sean David Way.
Tell your audience thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to speak. Like I said, this is my truth. He got his truth. So at the end of the day, your audience can choose who they want to believe in this situation.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Have a good night.
Thank you so very much. So we definitely have Brother Duval, a great talent for coming on. So we greatly appreciate it. Sally from California said, quote, Duval is an amazing talent. He should come on the Wiley Show more. We got Billy from Alabama. Duval kept it real. All right. We are definitely going to go to Talking Faces. You're back.
I believe what Duval said, and what he said made sense to me or whatever. It sounds like it's maybe 6 or 7 sides to this story, but sounds like Duval is a person that was kind of like on the outside looking in or whatever. And I believe his version of the story. I really do. And just the other thing that I wanted to say, Wiley, I think the problem in the music industry is the Jays. The Jays are the real bullies here. That's who the real bullies are. And when you were saying that Nicki should go to CNN and all that, she can't do that, Wiley, because the Jays run all that.
All right. Well, we already had that discussion. We were talking about more so Sean and Storm. Thank you for
I know. I just wanted to throw that last piece in.
Oh,
but
okay.
thanks anyway.
Thank you so very much. We greatly disagree with what she's saying. Nicki can do a tour right now and do that. We will definitely talk about it. But thank you all so very much for the support. Shout out to Salandra from North Carolina saying Duval definitely should come back on the show. Thank you, Shalandra from North Carolina. So thank you all so very much. This was a great show. Thank y'all. So a great show for y'all support. And we definitely think that Nicki Minaj should definitely do a massive press tour. And that's what we want to say. This was a good show. We talked about a lot today. We greatly appreciate it. We will do an after show on Station Head we definitely gonna do an after show on Station Head. Let me get the Station Head together. Okay. Storm came in the chat, so we want to greatly appreciate him for coming in the chat. We're going to do an after show on Station Head. Okay, give me a second. Who is that backstage? Okay, all right. Go, Joy and Pain, you live.
I believe everything that Lil Duval said. And like he said before he got off the phone, I ain't going back and forth with him. So, and the thing is that it seems like Storm be dropping out of the freaking clouds as it like, you know how normal people, they just, what's up, everybody? I mean, he drops right on cue. I believe Lil Duval. I believe him. Because Storm's movements are weird. And that's all, I mean, you know, people say no shade. That's kind of, that's shade. Storm creeping me out. Shit. That's it, Wiley.
Why are you saying that? Did Storm reject you for a date? Are you there? Did Storm reject you or blocked you? I want to know. Okay, we're gonna do an after show over there on Station Head. Make sure y'all come on in the room over there on Station Head. We definitely are going to do an after show. I wanted to hear why she have so much built up anger towards Storm. Storm, did you block her or something? Did she want to give you some of her yoni and you said no? We would like to know. You realize that everybody that watches and listens is in the chat. I don't know if this is her. Joy,
what? Did what? Wiley, where you go?
Okay, I was saying that.
Here we go. You didn't have to put me on the big screen. I'm gonna hit it and quit it like Joy and Pain.
I was saying, like, did you and Storm have a
No, I just, you know, I like Storm at first, but then
what happened? Because you said
I just got to looking at him and it's like
you like Storm.
No. I didn't say that. Wait a minute. Let me put my AirPod in right.
Okay.
I said I used to like Storm. Okay. But when this whole situation with the whole Tasha and everything else popped off, them movements wasn't right to me, Wiley. It was some questionable movements. That's all. But here's the thing. I don't go over there. So I don't have to like it's just weird him popping up. And I know people say you can be in the bushes, okay, but like let a nigga know you watching.
Do you think Storm Monroe is attractive? Because obviously
I don't like. I mean, he's not my type. I never even looked at him like that. I'm just talking about from a pure content creating standpoint. It's not the antics he's been pulling since the Tasha K shit. It's just been some questionable movements for me. And when I say questionable, I'm talking about
movements. Yeah, what is the question?
Well, because it's a lot of passive aggressiveness. It's like, you know, Lil Duval gets on here and he's talking about text messages about, you know, he calling people messy and da 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 da. But every time Storm explains his story, It's a whole milder version. I know I'm right about it. Lil Duval is not going back and forth with nobody because he got the facts.
I hear you. But
I'm serious. It's like, okay,
a lot
it's
of
like,
a lot of people are saying that you wanted to date Storm and
oh, honey.
Storm declined.
Honey, no, no. He can't even. I'm not gonna knock Storm.
Storm said, so I'm wrong for Storm saying messy in the chat, for saying messy in the chat.
No, it's like, yeah, you are not wrong for the text message, but when somebody asked you, you don't use that same energy. That's all.
Do you want to be a moderator on Storm Monroe's platform?
I don't go on his platform.
Okay.
Unless I'm trying to get receipts or something. Like if I wanna look at the transcript, then I'll go on his platform. But I'm not a regular on his platform, no. I'm a producer, okay? I'm not chasing nobody's Storm or nothing like that. And that's that's them. But I've been over here for about 2 years. About a year and a half. Okay? So this is just my opinion. That's all. If you say somebody's messy in a text message, and then in the chat he said, well, that's not why we fell out, or that's not whatever the hell. It's just always something different, And I just, it's just too many gray areas that's not black and white. And it's like, if you thought the bitch was messy, then that's what you just should have said, and kept it moving. But now it's a whole nother reason why you don't mess with her, whoever this person is. But anyway, Wiley, no, I don't like Storm as far as attractive or whatever. I mean, he's a nice looking guy. I'll say that. But I mean, it's not. I haven't looked at Storm in that way. So it's just he's a content creator, and I was trying to decide on whether or not I was going to follow him, and I decided not to. It is what it is.
Okay, and Storm said I was talking to her at that point. So of course, another Storm also said, "But I'm just not for you, and that's okay."
Yeah, that's okay, Storm. I mean, I'm just one person. I'm just giving my opinion. That's it. It is what it is.
Okay. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Don't troll me when I hang up now.
All right. No, thank you. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Joy. Come on, Wiley. And pain.
Yes.
Oh, whatever, Wiley. Shit. I know your face. I know your face when you be fake, honey. You can't get it with me. I know you. Bye.
So what Monique says, Storm will say anything to get along with viewers and other commentators and viewers. There's a what do you see what that super chat said? There's a phoniness behind that gummy bear. Oh man. What? Oh man. Gummy bear smell. What in the world, girl? About all of your comments are going to say whatever views. Y'all better recognize that. That is Storm. He is definitely here, y'all. Giving his thoughts. Greatly appreciated him coming in the middle of the night, giving his statement. So we greatly appreciate that. You guys, we will be definitely doing the replay, not the replay. We definitely will be doing the after show over there on Station yet. We will be restreaming me and Storm conversation that we had, so y'all could definitely join in for that. But we greatly appreciate the new supporters. If you're a new subscriber, hello. If you are a returning subscriber, hello. I greatly appreciate you all for coming through. This was fun. This was great. They stay saying they don't watch Storm, but she was just taking up. Yeah, Joy and Pain for me said that she don't watch Storm, but then immediately following that statement, she said, quote, I go over there to take notes. So when you're going over there to take notes, that means you watch Storm. So if you're going over there to take notes, that means you watch his show. So she admit that she watches the show. And see, that's why it is. And so me personally, I watch all YouTubers. I watch Sean David Way, I take notes. I watch Scott, I take notes. I watch K Empire, Lovely T, Nick at Night, Tasha K, Nosy Rosie. I watch a lot of YouTubers. And I remember when I was coming up, I would watch your channel and take notes. I remember when Storm interviewed Jaguar Wright, and I literally took notes of the Jaguar Wright interview and took notes of that. So that is definitely what I have been doing. So we greatly appreciate the people that are listening in the bushes, because when I tell you folks were doing reviews of me and Kiki Green interview, and it went viral with other YouTubers, and it was definitely clouding. So we greatly appreciate that and support. Greatly appreciate all of that. We also want to give a special shout out to Darius Cooks. We reached out to Darius, and he's just an awesome person. We're trying to get Darius to invite him on our show to do a cooking segment, to cook us some collard greens, to cook us some ribs, to cook us some sweet potato pie. So we reached out to him, and I told Darius Cooks, you was not a crook. You are not a crook. You are an amazing cook. And so that is definitely what we said to our brother. And so hopefully we can get him on the show and cook us an amazing meal. So we are definitely going to definitely do that, because we definitely believe Darius is innocent, and we feel it in our gut that he is innocent. So we are definitely going to keep y'all updated on that, and we definitely do that. All right. Greatly appreciate that for you all for coming through. Okay, let me put this mic down. Hold on. All right. Now, I ain't say that Darius is going to get Rose in the chat. We love Darius, and he's an amazing cook. He's not a crook. He's an amazing cook, because my gut said that he's innocent. That's my gut. All right. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in. We will see y'all in the next episode. Thank y'all so very much for coming through, and we will see y'all in the next episode. Follow us on Twitter, and you can also follow us on Twitter at Wiley Show. We is on TikTok at Wiley Show. We got a story time we're going to drop on TikTok, so make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. Also, too, if you want to send us check or money orders, make it out to the Marquise Wiley. But if you want to send stuff to our P.O. box, you can send our check, money order, or gifts, 3XL t-shirt that I wear, or cases of water. You can do it at P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. Again, that is P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. All right. Thank you all so very much. This was a good, hilarious live that we did. And also, if you want to be a blessing to us via Cash App, is $ Marquise Wiley 28. We put it back into the show. We got an HD camera coming, so we definitely having that as well. We're gonna get some artwork that's gonna be on our background. So we're taking a green sheet down because usually I was gonna use the background for and put like my logo as the back, but we're definitely going to put some artwork in our back. All right. So we thank y'all so very much for you all support. Okay. Where else are we going? What's up? Okay. You want to be notified? Text Wiley to 888-534-4939. It is actually free. And my birthday is right around the corner. Okay. Thank you so very much. My birthday is right around the corner. I will be 32 years old. So if you want to be a financial blessing, we're asking for $32 per subscriber, $1 per year. That is what we are requesting from the subscribers, and we thank you all so very much. Make sure you hit the like button. It is free. Thank y'all so very much, and we will see y'all on the after show on YouTube. Peace.